Welcome to Wayne's Weird World. Try not to kick the tripod. Woohoo! Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, yeah. This, I couldn't even finish off the second glass of wine last night. Shingles. Then I blew my knee. Now COVID. Woohoo! Hop down. Yeah. So, cheers. You want to play? Oh, good. Whoopee. I don't know. Wine doesn't taste very good. Yeah, it's good wine, but nah, taste buds are gone. Well, not what I should have. A bit of bent wire. A little bit over 200 mil. 205 millimeter diameter bulb. Well, I won't be repotting this one. This big Brunsvigia red. There's the main bulb and 3 pups. So that's just fine in that pot. Not too crowded. This one. This lovely pink Brunsvigia. I think it might be pink. Can't tell. But that's got plenty of room in that pot. So that one won't be repotted. This one, which did flower and I know is pink. A couple weeds in there, pull those out. Plenty of room for another year or so. Pull out the weeds. Yep. So this one's fine. This is why they call them umbrella lilies. Ridiculous name. Generic names are really, really boring. They're like little old ladies talking about their chooks, their chickens. Oh, that's a red one. That's a white one. Yeah, okay, fine. All right. Well, I have this thing just sitting in there. Oh, fair bit of weight to it. How did I get it in there? All right, up, come on. And a slug, and an earthworm. Ooh. Lovely. Go in there somewhere. The slug I don't need in the greenhouse. Ew. Are these the same size pot? Yeah, they are. I'll use the clean one. And the first thing I do is shove a bit of newspaper in the bottom to keep all the potting mix from falling through the holes. And that's not going to slow down drainage very much, and it'll run away fairly quickly. Now, what's the likelihood of this not coming out easily? Yeah, very high. Oh. Oh, there's a fair bit of weight in that. I am not so sure about this. Oh, another little pup coming up there. That's from the bamboo. Don't worry about that. So, the main bulb, 200 mil diameter. That might be a second shoot coming. from previous years. This is the flower, or was. I should nearly have my tin snips for this thing. It was a big flower spike. Quite impressive. All right. Lay it on its side. Try. Oh, there's another little one. This definitely needs repotting. I don't know how well this is going to work. Because I really don't want to end up stuffing up this beautiful big bowl. How else do you get this thing out? Cut it. Cut the pot away. Actually, I think it's moved a little bit. I'm not really feeling up to using a lot of energy. So plastic on the floor, plastic on the bench, and hopefully I'll be able to contain the mess. I just don't want to end up damaging any of those pups. This is a pink one. Lovely, lovely, very, very big, lovely pink flowers. And such a big bulb. Let me think of how much this thing would be worth. A couple dollars? $3! More than that. Lots more. I'd be quite happy if I could just sort of keep it upside down, but yeah, don't want to do that. Whoop. Yeah, I hate that word, should have just cut it away. But even that, there's a risk. Now my trees, when I'm doing this, I actually tie straps around the trunk, lift it off the ground with a small block and tackle, and tap the pot. Ah, the pot's old and it's brittle. But not brittle enough. Oh, Brunsvigia. Oh yeah, it says Brunsvigia, member of the Amaryllis family, pink. Okay. Yep, EMT shears. I'll be back. I'll be back. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Who's that good dog? Yeah, 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 yeah. It gets dark so early these days. Starts getting dark around 5 o'clock. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tin snips or EMT? We'll try the EMT first. Let's see if I can get in here. No, tin snips. I actually thought I'd be able to remove it without near this much drama. But no such luck. You know, cut out a little wedge, take some pressure off that pot around the rim. Now, see if I can cut down. Yeah, I'm glad I grabbed these tin snips because I thought, nah, EMT shears will be fine. Probably not. Another triangle out here. Relieve some pressure. Start cutting down. I was up on scaffolding yesterday, cutting out the tops of some of the black bamboo. I cut 3 tops and I was completely washed out. And had to come down before I fell down. It's been a week yesterday since the first symptoms of COVID, and believe you me, I have not been feeling all that crash hot. All right, now which way do I cut next? You are getting in the way. Come on. Let's see. One of the easiest ways to have these in the garden is just in a very large pot. And just sit it on the garden bed, or maybe dig it in about a quarter or a third of the way. Then you can come along with a heavy steak knife and just cut away sometime in the future when you have to move it. Okay. Do I need to make another cut, or will it come out? Cut away some of the bottom. Cut away some of the bottom. I wouldn't have been able to do this last year without electric lights. So there's pros and cons. One is that sometimes you end up working late, but the advantage is that you don't have to stop because it's getting dark. I don't think this is going to come off the bottom yet. This tin snip approach in the heavy pot you can use for lots and lots of garden plants that have outgrown their pot. And let's roll it over and see if it'll fall out now. I try not to damage those pups. There we are. I hate this word, should, but I should have done this in the first place instead of belting it with a hammer. Because this way, even though you lose a pot, I could tell that the pot was fairly now if it wheeled a lot, I'll try and separate that, but I'm going to leave it. And these other pots, these are pups, side shoots, I'm just going to leave. Another earthworm. I spent some time on the internet trying to find out what a Brunsvigia bulb of this size would cost me, and it was rather shocking. We're talking about somewhere up of $200 or more. Standard red ones are one thing. This one is a luscious pink. Ooh, there's movement. I don't feel strong enough to really get stuck into this. Just this little side bulb here would be, oh, another earthworm, la la la. Just this one alone here would be $15, $20, because the one over there with 4 bulbs in it cost me $40. This one cost me $40, and it's a comparable size. It's been squeezed between the big mother and the pot. So I'm not sure if that's a true comparison. Oh. Well, leaving it is probably going to be what I have to do, because it's all well and truly held in there. The option is to get a steak knife and start cutting, but it's not a cheap bulb. I don't want to start hacking away at it. I definitely don't want to. And see, the risk now is breaking it away. So I'm going to leave it. Because if I break that, damage the bulb, I've just wasted a really, really good secondary growth. Now see this one, hasn't started developing a bulb yet. So I really don't want to mess with those. See, same with this one. And I'm going to repot it in my recycled orchid mix, which is a little bit of everything in there. Let's pull that bag over. Oh, yeah. There's a bit of weight in that as well. Ah. Okay. Quite honestly, I'm tired. I tire out really easily at the moment. So there's sphagnum moss in here, there's pine bark, charcoal. You name it. Good sized lumps of charcoal. There's perlite in here. Standard potting mix that I get from a bulk supplier over in Devonport. I get it by the ute load. We'll go deeper? No, we'll go like that. Where to grab a hold of it? I nearly grab a hold of it at that shoot. Yeah, lovely. Get that up here. Up. Now, I just fill in around the sides, tap as I go, and be good for another year or two. All right. Give it a good bashing. Brunsvigia josephina. Josephine lily. Forget about this stupid umbrella lily name. Yeah. That's a little old lady name. Yeah, 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 yeah. So when you replant these things, do not plant them too deep. They're not like normal bulbs. They come from South Africa. And their normal habitat is for very, very dry, extended periods, which is why they have this whopping big bulb to store nutrients. Oh, she's a beauty. She's a beauty. I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. Get that sphagnum moss out of there. Don't need that much. It just happened to be in the used orchid mix. Well, oh. And then this gets reused for something else, like an apricot tree that's going to get planted out in the next few weeks. All right. Woohoo. Knitting needle. There's two ends for this thing. I think that'll be fine. Yep. Oh. So you can see this one is a $40 bulb. And it had two stems, two flowering spikes, which is quite a bonus. But definitely doesn't need repotting. Put that one back in. I'll label that as far as the date that I repotted. But, this one I paid $10 for from a friend. Just a standard red one. And this one is a hybridized red one. Here we are. Just says Brunsvigia red on April 2020. Okay. So that's it. Brunsvigia josephina. And COVID. Fun, 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 fun. Yes, Gus. All right. That's it. Wayne's Weird World. Take this old tired body inside. Ouch. Whack my ankle. See you next time. Cheers.